Hello and welcome to Mock. You're hearing me, Matthew, and we have another Skylanders Trap Team news update. It's number 16. So some pretty interesting news actually, which has been going on for possibly the first bit is actually for probably last week, sort of early last week, and now this is pretty damn new, and it's pretty exciting for some specific peoples. So here we go, let's get on with it. So first things first is we've actually been given the achievements now for Trap Team, which has actually given a few pictures as well, which is quite interesting. And I think it does confirm what we'll probably see in terms of villains and who we'll capture throughout the game. So you can see they've all got different names. You can read these yourselves. I'm not going to go through them all. But you can see a few new villains here that we haven't seen before. If I just go through the chapter names, I haven't seen Bird Buddy, chapter 4. I haven't seen number 5. We've seen 6. Obviously, you can get the other version of Brawl and Chain. 7, 8, 9, 10. They've all not been announced, and they look really cool. They all look really different. Obviously, it's only a picture, so we don't know what else they're going to look like. But some of them look really interesting. Obviously, some of their names are just set. Well, I say names. The chapter sort of gives you a bit of a thing as to what the major sort of villain will be. But interesting, very interesting nevertheless. So let's just go on to the next one. So it's just carrying on. We've got the little green thing, which I didn't know what to call it, but apparently it is going to be called Crankcase. We've got a bird. We've got we've got Wolfgang, like a robot troll, what the heck? It's like a bird with laser eyes, like a Cyclops bird. Desert Dominator, looks very much like the monkey from Swap Force. That's interesting. Sort of statue thing there, and then Chaos's comeuppance. Pretty cool there. And what you're seeing is that obviously Chaos is last, and it's chapter 18. So there will be 18 chapters of the game, and then we'll also be getting 2. At the moment, we know that there will be 2 extra sort of levels. And then there's a few other bits and bobs, which if you do want to read them, pause the video, and you'll be able to just read through them. Again, giving off some pretty cool pictures. There's the next one there. Going down, you can see different things that are happening in different chapters, which you need to do in order to get these. Now, I think these achievements are only for Xbox and possibly any PlayStation. So, pretty cool there. Chapter 9, you can see you've got Shield Shredder there. Interesting. You got the regular sort of version. Chapter 13 is quite interesting with the helicopter, which was seen in Giants, and also chapter 11 going back up. You can see the train, which will be one of the one of the extra chapters. So looking pretty cool there with all that. So yeah. And then you've also got this one. You got sort of pirate ships, cactuses. Finishing the game, you get it. Obviously, Nightmare mode is coming back. What's pretty cool is that there's 2 new sort of things. We've got Chaos mode, which we're not 100% sure what that is. We've never seen that. And also Brock's Arena. So Brock is coming back. So that's pretty cool that we got Brock coming back. And you can see they're all worth different sort of stuff going on here. So obviously maybe the amount is the difficulty. So obviously if it's 10, it might not be that difficult sort of thing. But pretty cool. And then there's the last lot of them. So unlock your first elemental area. So again, pretty easy. You get 10 points for that. Complete a captured villain quest. Capture 10 villains. So yeah, you know, you can have a look through them. Level up any Skylander to level 20. Looks as if they're not increasing it to 25, but that's no problem. It's good that it's going up to level 20. I mean, they're just going to be like unlimited Skylanders. Wow, that's tough. Achieve Portal Master rank of 5. Interesting, there's no 10, 11, 12 or any of them. Maybe it's a little bit difficult because maybe the achievement is giving you a bit of a hint on that. But there we go, some interesting stuff going on there. So, you know, you can comment down below what you think of some of these. Are they giving away something to you? Can you see something that I haven't possibly seen? Just let me know down in the comments below. So moving on to quite a bit of exciting news, we have the announcement of Skylanders Trap Team. So this is Skylanders Trap Team, but it looks a fantastic Skylanders Trap Team. I mean, it's the game. No. A bit of sad news for Trap Team is that they're going to be eating tablets. It's pretty major stuff, really. I don't exactly want to give a crocodile some tablets. No, guys, I'm just joking. They're doing it for tablets. This is amazing. A lot of people are going to be really happy with this, and there's a few things which are going to be pretty unique to this from any other game, any other market of this game. So obviously you can see here the box is pretty much the same, not getting that sort of hint as of the actual portal. You can actually see a few differences. The box is more silver than dark blue. And obviously it says tablet starter pack. Now whether this is going to be the final sort of representation of it is another thing, but it's showing you exactly what this is going to be used for. What's interesting actually is in the actual box you can actually see a chaos trap there, so that's pretty interesting. That is actually put on the box. So I'm guessing at the bottom in small print it'll probably say chaos trap not included. On the side of the box you can see all the normal stuff which the other ones have had, but differently we've got a different portal and a game controller, which is pretty cool. So we'll get into a little bit more detail of these in a sec. Just wanted to go through a few bits and bobs and we'll work our way through that. Now this is what is being said, and it looks pretty cool that it's doing this. Especially with transportation of this. The controller which you're seeing right in the middle will actually go into the portal, and I'll show you a picture of that in a little bit, but it's pretty interesting stuff. So there's just a bit of a HD picture of the actual thing in its sort of mode. You can see the portal is sort of holding the tablet in place, which is pretty interesting that it can hold that. I'm guessing it might have some sort of like rubber or some sort of squishy material that sort of like holds it sturdily in place. A little bit worried about that actually, but it does look pretty sturdy. You can take it out, take it in pretty easily, but it's very secure, so you don't have to worry about that. The portal looks really cool, I'd say very dark grey if not black. The portal is very much similar to the other portal, except for the fact that it's a little bit different around the side and also the trap area. But the cracking of the glass in the middle is pretty cool. I really like that because you could sort of slam it down and think, I've broken it, and you haven't. But it's really, really cool. Quite HD. I don't think the pictures give it a lot of justice, but looking at like the naming and all that, looks quite HD-ish. Whether it's 720 or 1080 is another thing, but it'd be brilliant if it is. A few things just to say is that the starter pack will be it's saying it's going to be the same price as the regular one, which is sort of understandable, but you're not getting the game. So you get everything else and a controller, but just not the game. So I'm guessing that now the game is downloadable. Now I'll get into that in a little teeny bit, but it looks pretty cool. You've got Snapshot and Food Fight coming with it, 2 traps, awesome. So next thing, just a little bit of a photo just showing off a kid sort of using it on the floor. You can use it anywhere you want, there's no limitation. And what's interesting is you're probably wondering, because I was wondering this, is the trap going to have a connector in order to dock with these sorts of tablets? No connector port at all. It's Bluetooth, so pretty cool that you can link that up and just go. You just go, plug it in, gone, you're off. And you can just get on with that and get your Skylanders underway. No spoilers as to different characters lying there. You got a bit of funny bone there, so that's interesting. So yeah, actually talking of funny bone, he's got a few new moves, which hopefully if I can find a few screenshots I'll be able to show you, so stick around for that. So I just wanted to show you this, is that the portal holds the tablet device, and you can see it's holding it pretty sturdily, and it sort of puts it on an angle, which is pretty interesting, rather than actually having it upright. So pretty cool there. So let's move on. There's just a bit of a sort of HD look at Snapshot in action. I don't know what sort of tablet that is. It's not an Apple It could be Google, I think. It's got a camera at the top, I think. Let me know down in the comments below. I'd just be interested to find out what it is. So it supports Apple, Samsung, Kindle, and Google. So all of them can be, as long as they've got Bluetooth, which I believe all of them have. I don't know whether it works for iPods or iPhones or smaller devices than bigger tablets. But I'm guessing it probably would, since the thing is sort of like thingy, and you can download the app on the all the different stores. So you can go to the Apple Store, go to the Google Store, Google Play, I think it's called, and was there another one? A Kindle shop, and the Samsung shop. They've all got shops. Everyone for shops. So yeah, a bit of more HD there. With snapshot on the portal. You see it lights up. I do like the look of this portal actually, and he does look pretty cool on the portal. Different colour there, not blue, it's orange. So yeah, and then there's a look at the portal on its own. You can see what I mean by the rubber on the side. You can just see a small amount of rubber, which I think will cause it to sort of hook onto it. Well, not hook onto it, but sort of make it stick a bit more. And the same thing with the portal. You could the trap. The trap area is slightly different. Almost got like a sort of key lock. The gold bit looks more like a key lock there, rather than being on an angle. It's flat against the side, and you've got a smaller sort of area for the trap. But it all works perfectly fine and dandy. But I still really cannot wait to see this crack of all the cracks on this portal and how it just looks when you play. So pretty cool. So there is an up close of the gamepad. I'll go with gamepad. I really like the design of it. It's pretty simple, pretty small for a child. I think this is more designed for a child than anything else, really. I mean, obviously adults could probably, well, they could be, they'd be able to, but it's interesting that they've made this especially for kids. It really is a kids game, you know. But looking really cool there. I like all the elements, you know. They stand out. They make it Skylanders, you know. Without the elements, I don't think you'd. That's half the battle. But pretty easy to look at. You know, he's got a few triggers at the top. Buttons there labeled pretty cool. There's a button there for like power on. You can see two lights there. One which is quite bright, the other one which is off. Apparently there's going to be co-op for this. So apparently if you have another controller for your specific device that you use, you can connect it up and off you go. You can do versus, co-op, everything like that. So really cool that they've put that into this little teeny device that is going to store the whole game. The whole game will be on this, not just a separate game, not just like a DS game. Oh no! This has the full game, so it's really pretty cool. I keep saying cool because that's the only word you can use. I could say awesome because it is awesome. So yeah. There's just a shot of the bottom of the portal, so this just sort of clips in. You can see the rubber again is there. Whether it is rubber or some sort of like, it sort of mushes in. I can't say the word. Mushes in. I'll say mushes in. It sort of fits the controller, so then it stays in there pretty securely. But it looks pretty cool. So yeah, and then there's just a bit of a HD-ish look at the the game in thingy with snapshot. One thing I haven't mentioned is actually it looks as if the timer for the villains I think has been increased to 1 minute. So I think before it was 30 seconds. Now I think it's gone up to 1 minute because the timer, when you watch, if you've seen any gameplay of this, you might be able to see what I'm on about as well. The timer doesn't tick down as fast as it normally does. I mean, it gives you more time to enjoy the character, use the character, and listen to that amazing intro music that just, you know, he enters and it's got some sort of crazy music to go along with it. Really pretty cool there. Okay, so, you know, really cool all over this. So, you know, there's going to be a lot of people thinking, oh, I'll get this. I think if you've already got, if you've pre-ordered a console version, you're going to have to make a decision because you're going to get the same characters again twice. Now, a lot of people might think, oh, that's no problem, fine. I don't envy you whatsoever. I'd like to see a version of this with just literally the controller and the portal. I'd be interested in that. That's just me saying that. I won't be purchasing this. I know a lot of people have been like, you've got to get the dark version. I understand completely. But for this thing, I don't actually own a tablet device which would be compatible with this. Let's just say that. It's too small. And I rather enjoy it in front of the TV and being able to hold the characters. Same with this, you can transport it around. You can have this in your car. You don't have to just keep it in your house. You don't need internet. Well, no, you don't need internet. You can go around anywhere with it. It's an awesome bit of bit of technology here. Well ahead of the competition. Well ahead. And I wouldn't be surprised next year if they bring up something incredibly advanced. So, you've got my round of applause there. Fantastic news that we've got a new way to enjoy Skylanders. Now, maybe they're going to... Apparently this is going to be a downloadable app, but maybe they'll bring back the other games and possibly do them. During a few videos and sort of commentary and some news bits, there's been quotes put up saying, you can, put the other characters on. So it doesn't just support the Trap Team characters, it supports all of them. So I wouldn't be at all surprised if maybe an update comes out. They might have been secretly working behind everyone's back, and it just comes out, and you think, whoa, cool. You can play that game all again on this, driving in the car, in your park, different mate's house, whatever. But really interesting news there, guys. There has been a bit of gameplay from this, which I haven't been able to get any screenshots of yet. Next update video, if I find any, I will be able to tell you. And some new moves have been shown off. Give you a few that I can think of off the top of my head. Chopper's got a few where he roars and the ground sort of breaks apart. Wildfire seems like you can upgrade his shield, which is pretty, cool, and it sort of becomes more spiky, like a mane, rather than round. And he can also run. It looks like he runs into it, and he sort of becomes a lion. Then, Gusto. Was there anything? There was something for Gusto. I think it was he just spins his boomerang round in a circle. Anything for... Snapshot has one where he pulls back his thing, and I think if you hold it down for long enough, it becomes some sort of water icicle sort of arrow. That's what it looked like. Anyone else? I haven't seen anything for Food Fight. Torch, no. Gear Shift, there's a few bits and bobs. The gears that actually fall off her, pretty interesting that they actually follow her. I was watching a bit of gameplay and thinking, whoa, that's odd. They sort of follow her, so maybe they sort of like follow her like little kiddies, little like gear shifts running across the ground. Trying to think of any. Jawbreaker seems amazing. I honestly cannot wait to have that guy. It goes like he's like a bullet. He's just like taking them out. Really, really cool. Looks amazing. Who else have we got? Crypt King. There was, I think there was one where the sword sort of is summoned and he sort of makes it go round and all these swords sort of drop. That was, I think, one of them. But I think that the more they show of these characters, so like Crypt King, Gusto, Torch, Funny Bone as well, that was another one. But the more they show of that, the more I think it's Wave 1. They've got to be coming out in Wave 1. So I think Funny Bone will be a Wave 1. Now, talking of Funny Bone, there was a few new ones. There was one where he actually turns into a bit of a chainsaw in the ground. Sort of a bit like Bash, but it's a cross between Bash and Terrafin. But rolls up, and then his head becomes like a spirit, almost like Ghost Roaster, and sort of follows it on a chain. That looks really cool. The Frisbee thing has been... I've told you about that. But there was a few others that have escaped me a little bit. But if I find some gameplay, I'll be able to show you a little bit more properly. But for now, guys, fantastic news here. I cannot wait. Hopefully this is going to come out like a bullet now. I keep saying bullet. Up until the game release. It's only a few weeks away. I think, what is it? I think 9 weeks? not a lot, sorry, not a lot, not long time, and it's just going to fly by. You know, it's 2 months and a week, roundabout. But, you know, I'm stoked. You know that. I mean, the first news update, I'm stoked. You know, as soon as you're like, oh my god, fourth Skylanders. But fantastic news. So, guys, if you have enjoyed this news update, you know what to do. You hit that subscribe button right down below. I enjoy making these, you know. Tell me anything in particular you want me to do about Skylanders. Do you want me to actually review the figures, you know, sort of compare them with other things? Let me know. Just give me a shout. Give anything that you would like to see happen. Put in the comments. That's what they're there for. And also you can like the video, as you always do, to show me that you are enjoying the video. And guys, that's it. That is it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you then. Thank you and goodbye.